Thank you very much. Right, next time it's on the holding page, I'll put that running tally on there. You've arrived Bridgeport from New Haven's Cedar Hill Yard. Cut off from your consist and change operating ends to do your switching work. You'll be responsible for your own manual switches. First reverse to the Bridgeport East Yard spur and await instructions from your brakeman. Where are we? Oh, in the middle. Cleggy Diesel, thank you for the follow. No idea, but I was not far off having it run dry anyway, Flying Scotsman. I just could not get it to take water. Don't know what I was doing wrong. I do like the genset, it's a bit different. Tender water level was dropping, but the injectors weren't picking up the steam, picking up the water. They were on, so was the feed water pump. That wasn't picking up anything either. East Yard through line. Go up to the lead up there. Proceed to the east end of the yard via Bridge Yard East through line, and then stop at East Yard Industry Lead, clear of the ladder switches. Well, dinner yet? No, not yet. Their mates on the main line. Three, four, five, six, seven, eight. So I need to get the 8 cars there, put the covered hoppers up there, the centre beams over there. We're almost up to the Leeds track. It's in the second spur. Yep, good to go. So the stop out's finished. Hey, Joint DK, how's it going? Yeah, it's going really good. So it's 1600, folks. 1600. Let's see if we can't get it a little bit higher. Right, proceed to Bridgeport East, Yard 3, couple onto the cut of 8 cars there. Thank you, Sharky. Congratulations to everybody else. It's just team effort, isn't it, really? Evening, Briar. Have you got your army boots on though, Moggy? So I couldn't do a cheer for team because I'd go, give me a T, give me an A, give me an E. So give me a T, give me, I can't even spell it. Give me a T, give me an E, give me an A. Ooh, cup of tea. Excellent. Yeah, it's one of those. Forgot what the last bit is. Right, we need to move this cut to Bridgeport East, Yard 17. We'll drop the rear covered hoppers. Ooh, Feather River Canyon with gensets. That sounds interesting, Arjun. Welcome back, by the way. By the way, is the J a Y or is it a J? Firefighter. Oh my word. Thank you very much, Firefighter. That puts us up to 1700. Incredible, folks. Incredible. Thank you very much, Firefighter, for that donation. We're only 300 short of the 2000 now. The wife may kill me, but it's a great cause. What can I say? You mean after you were watching the stream and playing the game while you were chatting to her? I'm sure you'll be fine. In for a penny. Thank you very much. We will remember you fondly. won't repeat that bit out loud. Yes, Firefighter just said, let's not forget why we're here, folks. Children in need. All great cause for the kids. So let's keep the donations going. And don't forget, if you do any cheer donation, any cheers, they'll get sent. I'll send those after the stream. I've got to do that myself. And if you put hashtag charity, then Twitch will also conjure up some extra money out of nowhere and send that to the charity that they're looking for at the moment. So lots of opportunity for giving. See, there's a phrase that you could use later on when you're having your discussion, Firefighter. Forgiving. Hey Gouger! Oh, Total has really come along greatly, hasn't it? It's amazing. Really, really great work by everybody. Right, proceed to Bridgeport East Yard 13. We'll drop the 2 centimetre plants. You've got no idea what a Jaffa cake is. Allow me to educate you, courtesy of Ben. Alright, hang on. I'm losing control of my train. Jaffa cakes have taken over my life. Where are we going with it? Over there. So, actually, we're doing alright. We're doing alright. Stop panicking, everybody. Stop panicking. There's nothing to panic about. Radlett, you had no idea they still made them. What? I think Moggy would actually revolt. Couldn't you get a bigger box? You'll have to ask Ben. I don't think he could get a bigger box. What is it? It's a cake. There's this big argument about whether it's a cake or a biscuit, but it's a cake. Not only does it say it in the name, but they won a court case to make it a cake. Atomic Danny, just to fill up the jar, and for Matt's awesome stream today, and the Jaffa cakes too. Thank you very much, Danny. You thought it was a Zep or a Vep. I will open a box just for you, Firefighter, so that I can show you what they taste like. Okay, inside the box we have this is an unboxing right here of Jaffa cakes. We have Jaffa cakes, and here we have an empty box. This is what you have after the Jaffa cakes. You have an empty box and sadness. Okay. We open the top up. No, it's not a Fig Newton. Fig Newtons have got fig in. Okay. This is a Jaffa cake. You see the raised bit? That's where the jam is. Mmm. Oh wait, I meant to show you the inside. Damn it. Let me try this one more time. Thank you, Danny. I will ask my wife if there's anything. Are you in the States, Firefighter? I'll ask my wife if there's anything like a Jaffa cake. Flying Scotsman, you'll have to have one. How can you live without Jaffa cakes? Yes, VAT is payable on biscuits, but not on cakes. And this is a cake. It is definitely a cake. It's not even the same texture as a biscuit. Right, we can now proceed to Bridgeport East Industry 2, where we'll pick up 2 boxcars. Ah, back here. How many came in the big box? It's 4 boxes of 10. There you go. It's soft and goes hard when stale, so therefore it's a cake. Biscuits are hard and go soft when stale. Wrong. Biscuits don't last long enough to go stale. No, that's Jaffa cakes, let's be honest. I mean, if you're letting Jaffa cakes go stale, just send them here. Yep, there's 3 engines each. They're essentially like truck engines, Mickey, and the idea is it starts them up and shuts them down as it needs them. So if all you're doing is sort of like what I'm doing, you can see this. If you look at the exhausts, you can see 2 of the engines completely shut down and 1 of them's on. If I now crank up the RPMs and load on the engine, you'll see this one kick in. And then as you go further, you'll see the other one kick in. And if I cut the power down, then it will eventually shut this one down, because it doesn't need it. There you go, that engine's now been shut down. So it becomes actually quite an efficient vehicle for a lot of the little moves backwards and forwards. Danny! The rest of the bits just wanted to fill the jar first. Thank you very much indeed. 395 bits though, Danny. 395 bits. Nicely done. Thank you, Danny. I see that the direct relief thing with Twitch is up to $113,000, which is good. They started at about $108,000 when we started the stream, so they've gained about $5,000 so far. Which I'm attributing to all of you lot, obviously. I don't think there's anybody else on Twitch today, so I'm personally attributing that lot to you. This is a High Iron Simulations one, Pake Binkard. BMJ, how can you send Jaffa cakes? If anyone wants to send me anything for any reason, as long as it's not explosive or corrosive, then if you go to UK Train Sim and go to like the CD ordering page, there's an address there which is in Onehouse, Stowmarket. Feel free to send it there with my greatest thanks. Have to say, by the way, sharing a good positive story, customer experience-y thing. My aunt, her laptop died. The battery wouldn't charge anymore. Plug in, and it just says unable to charge battery on the bottom. And I remembered from my own laptop that meant the battery was dead, basically. So I jumped onto Amazon, found the model number of the battery from the battery itself, and found a supplier for it. It was Ninja Bat, Ninja BATT. Ordered it. It was 20 quid. Put it in the machine, which was an HP laptop, and then when it arrived, we put it in the machine, but it didn't work. The machine just wouldn't even boot up with it switched on. So I got onto their support via email, and within very reasonable time, given it was a Saturday, I think it was a Sunday actually, that I emailed them, because I ordered it Saturday, it arrived on Sunday, and then Monday mid-morning I think I had the response from them. Basically they sent a new battery without any quibbles at all. Right, now proceed to Bridgeport East 12, or temporarily drop these two. Oh, okay, I wondered if we were going to use the loop and run round. Yeah, so I got the battery in. Sorry, I emailed them. They replied back saying, "Yeah, there's probably a dead battery. We'll get you another one in the post." That arrived. Dad plugged it in. All working good. That's it. No hassle at all. Really, really good. 20 quid for a new battery, and the laptop's running as fine as it did when it was all brand new. Where's Cameron? Cameron went out train spotting today. He likes real trains better than virtual ones. He's on the train home at the moment, apparently. Oh, I didn't even appreciate this was such a big grade. That's why we suddenly started speeding up. I've no idea, BMJ. We often wondered where the phrase one house comes from, because there's a heck of a lot more than one house. The one house village is enormous. We assume that at some point it was one house with a massive amount of land around it, but one bunch of house, yeah, really. There aren't even any houses there that you can get in a competition. One house is a village, yes. It's actually cut in two. You got Lower Road, and you got the sort of the main, I don't want to say the main area, because it's not really any more main than the other bit, but I don't know what else it's called. Forest Road, I guess. You're trying to get all your railroad layouts all controlled by a computer, at least one in your office. Any software programs you recommend? I would look at JMRI and Rockrail, ROCRAIL. Both very good. Both a little bit on the convoluted side to use, but they're both free. There is some commercial software. If you've got budget for it, there's a brilliant piece of commercial software. I'll go and find the name for it in a minute, but you're looking at about $300, I think. But Rockrail and JMRI do a pretty good job, actually, and they're free. There is indeed a workshop route for the 1Ls model railway. How often do people ship things to the DTG office? I've had a couple of things sent to me to the DTG office. Freewold train controller, I think it is, the one that I'm thinking of that's commercial. It's probably more polished. P-Bask, thank you for the host. Yeah, train controller's probably more polished, but yeah, like I said, looking at monies. It's ROC rail. Wives are the only limitations to model railroad spending, indeed. Favourite item from a fan? I'm not sure. I mean, I had a nice, one of the nice little magnetic badge of a German loco. Someone else sent me a CSX cap, which was awesome. I think I've still got that around here somewhere. Can't remember where it went. Got like an engineer's cap. They just look for people-sized packages, Moggy. Small things that definitely can't be you, they're alright with. But even, you know, a nice letter is always a nice thing to read. I've had 2 or 3 fabulous letters from people. Right, a couple. We'll now begin making up our train for the return run to Newhaven. Move to Bridgeport East Yard 15 and couple to the 2 Logons. So that's this one into here. But what's the best joke present? I don't recall. I mean, Dave Mabbott sent me a CD of birthday songs with your name in it. Meant for like 2-year-olds. Get the Logons. The firefighter, I got pretty much the same agreement with my wife. Now pull forward via Bridgeport East Yard 11, reverse into 12, couple to the boxcars. Thought the wagons were going to derail there. Yeah, I'm not sure what makes them sometimes just rock. We looked into it at one point and we still couldn't work out what was going on. Right. Right, we're at 1,700, folks. That means we're £300 away from the £2,000 mark. Who's taking us the next leg of the way towards the 2,000? I think in a lot of cases, BRCW, they always use pairs, or they quite frequently use pairs back to back. Not so much because it needs a lot of horsepower, but because they two means it's reliable. If one fails, then you've got one to carry things on. You've also, because the Americans only really look at one side, with back-to-back locos you end up with two ends. So I think there's multiple reasons potentially that they use two. Not really necessarily because they need that much horsepower. But then these wagons are also significantly bigger and heavier than we would probably have over here, so. North Transpennine next, though, Baked Bean Kid. Right. Proceed to Bridgeport, East Yard 18, a couple to 4 tank cars. That's those ones, so I need to pull back out. Yeah, I'm only using 2 engines on each one at the moment. So about 2,800 horsepower total, I guess. No, the brakes on the 101 takes some getting used to. these tanks. Right, make a forward movement to East Yard Industry Lead and stop ensuring you are clear of the switches. Guess we're going to push this lot back in the siding now. Hey, Mighty Me, how's it going? Oi, you baked bean kid. Oi. Right. Clear back into there. I'm going to go and get those ones next. Get some center beams. Hey there, 822 Steam. Northern Transpennine coming up next. One more cut. Yep, gensets. I'm redoing Java UKTS completely, BMJ. The last rewrite I did was tons of CSS and JavaScript, but this one will be a bit different. I'll take a look mainly, Mikey. If you drop a support note to the support team, they'll hopefully be able to help you figure out why it won't upload as well. How do you get work from a large group of people and make it to one exe? So everybody contributes work into the source repository, and then there's a build server, takes everything and does the build of the game. A full build of Train Sim World takes probably about 10 hours. Oh, look at that. Right, pull forward to British industry lead and clear the switches. Hey, Kiltman, you presume 5 mile per hour for reversing? Wow. Got another 64 coming down the main line by the looks of it. How many lines of code? I have got no idea how many lines of code TSW have. Oh no, it's an M8. Haven't got the foggiest. Lots. I mean the centre beam cars, Baked Bean Kid. Yeah, we don't have anything like that really over here, I don't think. No, every line of TSW, other than obviously what comes in the Unreal Engine, is used from scratch. Gone on that one. It's just a straight shot, I think. Push the full consist back into through line, and I'll check the yard master about expected departure. Yeah, I will make a cup of tea next, I think. And then we'll get on and do some Train Sim World. Be good to see a few more donations, though. Just saying. Come on, folks. Don't forget, promote the stream on any groups that you are allowed to promote the stream on. Don't spam, obviously. Let's get more people in and watching and donating and taking part, chatting. When did TSW project start? I can't remember. I mean, the very, very first time we looked at doing a new gen TS in Unreal Engine, it was a really basic thing that had this throttle lever up on the right hand side of the thing. There was a reflective gold Javelin car, and it drove up and down a bit of straight track and a basic landscape, and that was basically it. That was the very first time we looked at what a train sim might look like in Unreal Engine 4. I'm going to do a giveaway next, Alex. Wasn't it first announced during TS14? It was first announced when Fishing was launched. So the reason for that was because Fishing was launched in Unreal Engine 4, and there was a feeling that, a lot of people are saying, what's next for Train Simulator? There's not really any core development going on at this point. And then here we are coming out with an Unreal based fishing game. We thought, you know what, there's possibly going to be a lot of people thinking, is that it for Train Simulator? Now we're focusing on fishing games from now on. As a case of, no, we need to be really upfront and say, look, we are looking at doing trains in Unreal, but we don't have anything else to say. And then, of course, it was quite a while before we were able to actually say anything. According to the Yardmaster, it'll be a while before the dispatcher can fit us in on the MNCR main line for the run back to New Haven. So let's take a break, find some coffee. Right. Oh, right. Waiting for the thing to wake up. Hang on a minute. It's being silly.